Hello, happy people. This is Carpenter with RV Crazy. So today, I am going to talk a little bit about how I came to choose my Ford Fusion Hybrid as a tow car. I do not have it set up yet. I wonder if my camera's too close. But I do not have it set up yet. But this is kind of what I went through and how I researched to find the car that I ended up buying. I went to a lot of dealerships and test drove a lot of different cars to come to this decision, and one of the real good resources that I had that helped me out was this website, motorhome.com, download dinghy guides. And from there is all of these different years from 2017 all the way down to 2010 of just these guides to where they go through the owner's manuals and basically see if the manufacturer themselves allows you to tow a car behind your RV. Now, not every manufacturer actually says whether or not you could tow their car behind an RV because of liability reasons. And, you know, one good example of that is the Mini Cooper with I think the 6-speed manual transmission. There are quite a few people that tow that behind an RV, but the manufacturer doesn't say that it's okay to. But there are thousands upon thousands of safe miles that people have towed them just fine behind their RVs with no trouble with their transmissions or anything else. But it's not in this guide because it's not, you know, recommended by the manufacturer. But here I will click on the 2014 guide, which is what I went to come across my current tow car. And they have a bunch of different information in here, not just, you know, basic stuff, but let's see if I can get back to the Ford section right here. And this is where I found my Ford Fusion Hybrid, the one right here, which, you know, it says a lot of useful information, you know, how much it weighs, 3,668 pounds. A little bit chunkier than I wanted, but it does have that hybrid battery, which kind of makes it weigh a little bit more. And so then it says how fast you can tow with it, 70 miles an hour. That's basically what the manufacturer says is the maximum speed you could tow. And, you know, it gives all of this information, including, you know, special procedures that is basically what you have to do to tow that car, according to the manufacturer. And these are all things that you still want to double check with the manufacturer, just make sure that everything is still, you know, as they say it is, and there hasn't been any technical service bulletins or anything like that that exclude the vehicle. I did hear about one vehicle that was excluded after it had originally said that it was in it was safe to tow in the owner's manual, and then eventually it was excluded because a lot of people were coming in and their transmissions were messed up after a very short amount of miles towing, and that was the Chevy Cruze. But yeah, just, you know, the little things you come across as you're researching vehicles. But yeah, so that's basically how I found that my Ford Fusion Hybrid can be flat towed, and, you know, it's only that hybrid model, or the Energy, which is also the hybrid, because of its specific CVT transmission. It's a fun game, you know, researching all of these different tow cars. I mean, having a manual transmission alone isn't a reason to, you know, say that you can tow that car, because some manual transmissions have a lubrication pump that only works when the engine's spinning. Or spinning, you know what I mean. But, you know, it's not a for sure thing having a manual transmission, whether you can tow it or not, with all four wheels on the ground. There's so many different ways of towing that it really, you know, I can see how it can confuse some people, because, you know, you could tow on a dolly, you could tow on a trailer, you could tow with all four wheels on the ground. But, you know, even if there's vehicles you might see being towed behind a vehicle or behind a motorhome that you can't tow behind a motorhome because they have a lubrication pump. You know, there's all these different variables that really can confuse somebody, or, you know, who knows. But so that's basically how I got to my Ford Fusion Hybrid, and yeah, I'm going to be setting it up here to tow hopefully soon, and yeah, we'll see. I haven't bought any of the parts to set it up to tow yet, so I mean, I'm kind of taking it slow, but yeah, it's going to be a fun little project, and yeah, I will talk to you all later. Have a great day. Bye.